Hello to everyone. I represent the Team 6 and today we are presented with this workers data set. So in this workers data set, we have work order, district, lead technician, rush, the required date, the work date, the technicians, labor hours, parts cost, payment, weight. So in this weight, we have used the function for work date minus required date. It displays the gap between the given date and the work date. So in this labor rate, we have used VLOOKUP function. So it is linked with another Excel sheet, advanced list. In this advanced list, we have technicians and labor rate here. So if there is one technician working on the order, it will be 80 rupees. There is two technicians working on the order, it will be 140. And if there is three technicians working on the order, it will be 195. So here we have the technicians column. So here it applies the adjacent value same to it. The labor cost is calculated by the labor rate times the labor hours. The total cost here is calculated by labor cost plus the parts cost. The required day here is given from the required date. The work day is from the work date. So here let's do the data pre-processing. Now we are going to pre-process this data. So in labor hours, you see there are some blank spaces in here. So first, let's remove all the blank spaces to find the average value. And now let's go and find the average value. Finding average value. So the average value is 0.77. So now let's go up. So in this filter, we are going to uncheck everything and only keep blanks. So in these blanks, we are going to apply the average value 0.77. We are going to fill this out on all the empty spaces. As you can see, the labor cost is also changing after we applied the average value. So the data pre-processing has been done. In a while, we have created pivot tables and dashboard. Let's go take a look at it. Pivot table is used to summarize, sort, reorganize, group, count, total, or average data stored in a table. It allows us to transform columns into rows and rows into columns. It allows grouping by any field and using any advanced calculations. The name of the lead tech is the major division in this pivot table. So if we take a look at this pivot table, we have lead tech, sum of tech, sum of labor hours, we have sum of parts cost, we have sum of waiting hours, we have sum of labor cost, we have count of rush, we have sum of labor rate, we have sum of the total costs. So in here, the major head is button. So if we click this, it expands. So in here, we got central, northeast, northwest, south, southeast, and southwest and west. So the sum of text is 108 and the 108 technicians are divided in here. So if we click central, we have third quarter, fourth quarter, first quarter and second quarter. Same goes for the northeast and northwest if we expand it. So now Let's look at the functions. If we click October, this slicer shows us the orders in October's. If we click here, it shows the order in November. So now let's remove this filter. So here in this slicer, it shows the work date. So now let's click April. So this displays the orders in April. And here it shows the order in May. So that is the pivot tables. Now let's move on to dashboards. The Excel dashboard is used to display overviews of large data tracks. The Excel dashboard uses dashboard elements like tables, charts, and gauges to show the overviews. The dashboards ease the decision making process by showing the vital parts of the data in the same window. It is like a front end to make users understand the data easily. First, we added a line chart for required date versus the total cost. The slicer is to see monthly values. So let's use the slicer. If we uncheck February, the February data will be gone, and then the line chart is displayed. If we remove March, the March will be removed. Then the rest of the data will be displayed. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is a pie chart for work order taken by tech leads. The slicer is to differentiate with districts. So we have central district here. So let's click central district. So here, blue is Burton, the red is Cartier, the green is Khan, and the purple is Mitchener. So if we click East, this is the pie chart depicted for work orders in East. And this is the work orders for North. Next one is also a pie chart for rush works in districts. The slicer is to see for individual lead tech. So if we click for Burton, the blue depicts central, the green depicts northwest, the cyan depicts southeast, orange depicts southwest. And for Cartier, the rush works. And for Khan, the rush works. And for Ling, rush works. And so on. Next one is a bar chart. This bar chart is to identify the district where labor cost is more or less. The slicer is to check for each lead tech. So if we click button, it shows the labor costs for central, northeast, northwest, south, southeast, southwest, and west. Same goes for Cartier, Khan, Ling, and so on. The next bar chart is to see which district used more labor hour. The slicer is to see for individual lead tech. If you click on button, shows the labor hour for central, northeast, northwest, south, southeast, southwest, and west for button. Same goes for Cartier, Khan, Ling, and so on. Next is a pie chart, is to see number of payment received from each district. The slicer is to see mode of payments used. Here it shows the account, cash on delivery, credit, and so on. The next pie chart is to see work order day wise and can be checked for individual district using this slider. Now let's see for East. This is the work order device for east, work orders device for north, work orders device for northeast, and so on. The next bar chart is for wait days versus district, and it can be checked for individual tech leads using the slider. Here for Burton, the wait days. Here's the wait days for Cartier, split in central, north, northwest, south, southeast, southwest, and west. And this is for Khan and Link, and so on.